Hello there. Welcome once again. This is Nurse Kodia, a registered nurse. Thanks for joining. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your comments. I see you in the comment section and I'm very appreciative of it. Today, we're going to be talking about how to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Let's get right into it. So, first, you would need to have completed high school. You would need to have completed and had a high school diploma or a GED, right? Your general education courses. You have to have finished high school. And then now we're talking about transitioning into college. So, going into college, you're going to start by taking your prerequisites, and this will consist of your science courses majorly and some general courses like algebra and some history courses. But majorly, you're going to take your science courses like anatomy and physiology, your biology, your chemistry, all that good stuff. Now, when you're done with taking your prerequisites, what you want to do is you want to look into the programs that you're interested in applying in, okay? Because some universities have specific courses that are just specific to that university. Like, for instance, the university I attended, my first university, you had to take a religious course, and that was mandated. Now, not every university will mandate you to take a religious course because that was specific to that college because it was a religious college. Now, when I transitioned into a Black historical college, they require that I take Black history, okay, that I learn about Black history. So I had to take that course specific in at that institution. So you're going to take generally similar courses that every universities will require you take. However, there are specific courses to certain institutions that you might be interested in. So you want to go ahead after you've taken your prerequisites, or while you're taking it, I encourage you to do your research, right? And even any information you're going to be receiving from here, I still implore you to please do your research because times change and things change. So what I might be saying here might vary in years to come depending on when you're watching this video. So do well to go ahead and further your research, okay, to validate anything that you hear out there or you get from the space. However, I'm bringing you information that I know best and information that I've researched to make sure that it's current, okay. So like I was saying, you want to make sure that you're familiar with the curriculum of the institution you want to attend and what their requirements are. So after you do your prerequisites, for most programs, you're going to need to take either a TEAS, an ACT, or an ACT. So this examination that you're going to take is going to test you on science, it's going to test you on math, it's going to test you on English. Now, what most nursing programs are looking at is that they're looking to see that you perform well in your science courses, in mainly your science courses, okay. So they're not very concerned as to how much you perform in the other areas, although you want to have a decent score in every area, right? But you want to make sure that, hey, you're performing top notch in the science area, okay. So they look at things like that. And then when you have taken this test, you know that you've you is done, and you want to make sure that you know the score that the school expects you rather to have in these exams. And once you meet that level, the next thing, you want to schedule an appointment with the counselor of that school. Not, and you can easily do this by going to the school's website and then looking at the faculty, and then getting the email to the counselor of that nursing program, and send an email to them, to the school advisor, to the nursing program advisor. And then when you have a meeting with them, they'll literally depending on how they do it at that institution, they can print out the curriculum and tell you that, hey, we require that you should have had this amount of taking this amount of classes. You have, after these courses, they tell you what you have, depending on where you're coming from. You might be coming from a community college, you might be coming straight out of high school. They're going to tell you that, hey, this is what you have to take. And once you're done with these courses and you have, a minimum of this GPA, or you score a minimum of this expectation, then you can apply into a nursing program. So hey, yeah, you definitely want to look up the curriculum, okay, so that you know that you're headed in the right path. You're not taking the wrong classes. You're not taking classes that you're not supposed to take, and you're wasting time and things like that. You want to keep an eye on that. And then next, right, you always want to compare. You don't want to put all your eggs in a basket when it comes to looking at nursing programs. You want to have at least two options that you can compare and see that, I'd rather go to this one because it's closer. I'd rather go to this one because I already have the requirements. So you want to weigh your options after you've finished your prerequisites, you've taken your T's, and also you want to see which one has a better likelihood of accepting you based on what you've accumulated so far. And then the next thing you want to make sure you do is that you want to make sure your program is accredited. And when I say accredited, you want to make sure that it's accredited by the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing, which is also known as the ACEN, okay, or the CCNE. The reason is because your programs needs to be accredited for you to be eligible to take the NCLEX, okay? Not only that, you want also to be employed once you finish, right? Because if your program is not accredited, this can affect you in the long run. So you want to make sure that whatever program you're applying to has accreditation. It's a process that the school has to go through. The commission comes there, they make sure that they're, teaching the right courses, they're doing the right, things, they're training you, giving you evidence-based practice, and they're following the standard of education that is required for each nursing program. So once they pass that accreditation, that's when they're allowed to train students, okay? So you want to make sure that they are. And it might shock you to find out that there are actually some nursing schools that have lost their accreditation, okay? And many times it happens to schools that are not like a university per se, because, there are institutions that train for nurses, but they're not like, big universities that we know. But also, there are also universities that have been known to lose their accreditation and then gain it back, okay? They gain it back, that's a good thing. Students still go there to they get to take the NCLEX and they get to work, and that doesn't affect them because, hey, they already have their accreditation back. So those are things you want to look at. So now you finished school, you graduated. Hey, we're cheering for you. We're happy for you. And what's next? The NCLEX is next. So you will have to register and sit down for your board exams, take your board exams. Now, how do I prepare for the NCLEX? How do I study for the NCLEX? That's going to be a whole nother video. But if you watched until now, until this point, I really want to appreciate you and I really want to thank you. If you have any questions, please drop your comments, leave your questions down below. And yeah, so this is primarily for people that are done or finished with high school. Now, if you're in high school, I can also make another video explaining what are the things you should be looking at while in high school, or what are the things that you should be researching, the things that you should know if you're interested in, then going into nursing. And if you're an international student, I haven't forgotten you. I'm also going to make a video also talking about how the transition can work, and yeah, so many new goodies that I'm gonna go out there, and I'm gonna make sure that I have the right information so that I bring it to you. And hey, yeah, do not forget to do your own research. Thanks so much for joining. See you next time.